Let's have church, shall we? Yeah. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life, I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning, I lay my I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life, I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. 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 Oh, it feels so good. I am blessed. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, 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 yes. Put your hands together, otherwise I'm not going to stay. I'm just kidding. Yeah, come on now. I know people at home are like, yeah, butter me some bread to Penelope's music is going. We welcome you at home. Welcome, welcome, everyone. We are all together. All together, sing a song. All together, everyone belongs. All together, a family. We are all together. Amen. All together, sing a song. All together, everyone belongs. All together, a family. We are all together. Just let that wash over you. You can join me if it feels comfortable to do so. I'd love to have you sing it with me. Love it so much. Here we go. All together, sing a song. All together, everyone belongs. All together, a family. We are all together. All together, sing a song. All together, everyone belongs. All together, a family. We are all together. All together, sing a song. All together, everyone belongs. All together, a family. All together. All together. Yeah, just relax and breathe that in, knowing that is the truth of it. We are all together on this special day. Breathe that in. We are here for you. Thank you for being here for us. All together. We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family, we're sisters and we're brothers, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. Here's your chance to sing along with me. I'm going to read a line and you can sing it back to me, and we'll do it that way to start out. Sounds good? Yes. We have come here to love one another, and you. We have come here to love one another. Next. brothers, amen. We are family, we're sisters and we're brothers, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. Let's take it from the top. Yes. We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family, we're sisters and we're brothers, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, 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 oh. We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family, we're sisters and we're brothers, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. Oh, 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 oh. How you doing out there? You doing all right? You look good. Oh, 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 oh. I hear you, Mally. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. Yes, we are family, we're sisters and we're brothers, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. And we carry this love, and we carry this love, and we carry this love everywhere that we go. Everywhere that we go. Have a great service, everyone. Welcome. Yes, good morning. Thank you.
Hi, this is David Alexander, and I want to invite you to join us for our new You Belong series, 8 weeks starting in September on the 21st, Wednesday night, 2 hours, 6:30 to 8:30. Now, we offered this course a few years ago, and you might be thinking, hey, I took that course. Well, I want you to take it again. Why? Well, first and foremost, belonging is central to our being. It's central to our existence. And so we've redesigned the course. We've added new curriculum and new content, new wonderful interactive education portal that everything is hosted on, and new Zoom and in-person opportunities to engage in the content. You don't want to miss this. We are inviting everybody to be a part of this amazing 8-week journey. Belonging. We're going to examine how we belong, what stands in the way of our belonging, and how we can engage not only with our own spiritual practice, but the world around us in a deeper and more meaningful way. We'll be using the book You Belong by SLCA as our guide and adding so much more. It's new, it's improved, it's 8 weeks, it starts in September, and I want to see you enrolled in the class. See you soon.
What a great invitation that is, isn't it? I invite you, another invitation, if you would please stand and join with me in our opening song, You Are Welcome Here, and you are so welcome. If you feel comfortable standing, do so, and if not, just remain seated and enjoy. There is a space in my heart where I can find the truth. I find me in you, a truth beyond what you may see now. When we are one, we bring more good about us. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, there is a place in this world with open arms right now. Here we go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace. your heart. Together we are stronger than we can ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, there is a place in this world with open arms right now. And you can look around the room and say, welcome, yes. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here, you are welcome here. Please be seated. Thank you so much and good morning.
I was waiting for the video. I am the video. Good morning and welcome. My name is Baji Daniels, and I'm one of the practitioners here, and I proudly serve for the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. We are a center that educates and engages the seeker on their spiritual journey. As a member of the global movement Centers for Spiritual Living, our mission is to provide a spiritual tool for personal and global transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. Whether this is your first time, whether you are watching from home, or whether you are a member, SLCA is where you belong. We are grateful for your presence this morning. For more information about today's service and ways to connect through the week, please take a moment to scan the QR code. It's either on the back of the seat in front of you or displayed on one of the monitors. And now is our time to recognize and affirm our youth. So will the youth enter? And for those of you who are viewing online, let us welcome our youth. Aren't they beautiful? And we are going to say an affirmation for them this morning. It's on the screen. Let's say it together. We see you and hear you. We bless you and love you. We thank Spirit for you. You belong, and so it is. Thank you.
All right, all right. Good morning, everyone. Great to see you. Great to be together in community today. Before I get into our affirmation and what we're talking about today, I want to give you an update. On Friday, we gathered here in the afternoon with folks from many different faith communities to pack the trucks for our Water for Jackson project. So, yeah, absolutely. So here's a few photos. I want you to pay particular attention to the one with the logo on it. We want to thank the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries for calling us together. Bishop Sonia Williams, who's senior pastor at Real Inspiration Ministries here in Atlanta and part of the South region of the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries, under the leadership of Bishop Yvette Flunder, of which CSL is a covenant member of. That's how I got on the call. She called all of us Southern Region leaders together and said, we need to do something. And that's when we started brainstorming, and that's when my hand went up, and I said, well, because she said, here's what we want to do, and send water as much as we can and ask everybody to contribute. And she said, now, she got all visionary and into the project, and typical of visionary leaders, the details came later, all right? I can say this about her because I'm just like this as well. I have an idea first, and then it's like, okay, wait, how are we going to do that? So she started thinking, and she said, well, we need a place to store the water. And that's where we came in. So my hand went up, and I said, well, we've got a back classroom that is sitting empty during the week, and that would be a perfect place, and can get access into this parking lot, et cetera. So that's how it all started. And then we put out the call. We received our first donation was actually from a member who watches online, lives in Washington, in the Seattle area, contributed $5,000. That's how it started. So you know those memes, how it started and how's it going, right? So that's how it started. And then we've had everything from $5 to $500 and everything in between, not only from you, from this community, but from people who watch online, from other CSLs around the country, and all of these other ministries. CORE East Coast, Rehoboth Fellowship, Hillside International Center here in Atlanta, Victory Outreach here in Atlanta, Unity Fellowship here in Atlanta, and so on and so forth, many others as well. We're so grateful for all of them. And together we've raised over $21,000 for this project. Absolutely amazing. So we had a volunteer with a truck. We were going to send one truck. We quickly realized that wasn't going to do it, so we got 2 trucks. So Friday or Saturday morning, 2 trucks went to Jackson, Mississippi. They were there yesterday, unloaded, did the water drive. Water, sanitation supplies, baby wipes, etc., to help with the hygiene situation as well in South Jackson. And the Bishop Sonia and her crew are on their way back this afternoon. And obviously, we raised more money than we thought on this project, and money's still coming in. We're getting phone calls, people saying, I'm going to give $1,000, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that. Just needed some time to organize it, etc. So we're still accepting that. We're going to send another couple of truckloads down in a couple of weeks. But more importantly, this is what I really wanted to tell you about, is we are engaged. If you follow me on Facebook, I shared the interview that Bishop Sonia did with one of the leaders there about what the real needs are and how we can be engaged in an ongoing conversation of transforming the consciousness. Because it's more than just, sort of parachuting in and feeling good because we've passed out some water, right? That's, you meet a need and that you need to do that. But it's really about us bringing our consciousness of both restorative justice and consciousness transformation, right? Because thoughts become things. And this thing was a result of a thought, an error thought that said these people don't deserve a state-of-the-art clean water treatment facility, right? And that's been going on for decades. So we want to change that consciousness at the root cause. So we won't just be going back to deliver more water. We're going to be going back not only over the next couple of weeks, but probably for the next several months or longer, and continue the conversation and be engaged with local leaders on the ground, with the legislature and other decision makers to say, how do we fix this at a consciousness level so that this doesn't happen again? So your money and your support will be going to that as well. Amen. So thank you, everyone who contributed, and it'll be an ongoing thing, and we look forward to keeping you updated as we go. Today, we're continuing our series on work, our work in the world, and what a great example this project has been of that. And so today we're talking about creating a life that matters. And again, we've I feel so good right now just with that update. I've given the sermon right there. The sermon was delivered Friday, right? And it was delivered in Jackson yesterday. But we're going to continue that conversation today and talk about how we create a life that matters. And so the affirmation for today is this. It says, the work of my soul is creating a life that matters. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. Let's take in a deep breath. And just allow yourself to receive this affirmation, settle into your being as it opens ourselves up for the rest of our service together. And let's affirm it together. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. One more time. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. And so it is. All right, let's have a great morning together.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed again. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
This is our time of prayer. And what I would like to do to center this prayer is share this reading with you that appears in this month's Science of Mind magazine on page 69. Work without vision is drudgery, but vision without work is self-deceptive. The well-balanced person can walk with their head in the clouds and still keep their feet solidly planted on the ground. Faith and work are ineffective when separated. So I invite you now to plant your feet solidly on the ground, and let's go within. There is a space of stillness and sacred silence that always resides within. And it is to that place that I go now. This is a spiritual mind treatment. We are communing with the divine. By whatever name you reference this divinity, it is always there. It is the absolute creator and substance and source of everything that exists. I enjoy my personal relationship with this substance that I call God. And I know that as I reach my heart and my mind and my whole self to it, that it responds to me, for I am one with it. And only in a self-deluded state of confusion can I feel myself separate from it. It is my all and all. And because I know what it is and how I am with it, I can speak my word and know that I speak truth. I speak my word knowing that I matter, that life matters, that our time together in this center matters, that we are the peace that we are seeking in the world, that we bring the love as we open our heart and incline our whole self to be that love agent. Oh, life is sweet and life is good when I live from this place of right knowing. And so I affirm for our service today that we are in the right space of being connected. Connected first with the Holy One, and then being connected with myself, and then being connected with each and every other person present. And then we can transcend time and space, and we can connect with those who are viewing this service from the comfort of their homes or wherever they may see it. And we know that there is only oneness and unity and goodness and vitality. And we rejoice and celebrate that we are here together. And we receive the word of upliftment coming from our minister, our spiritual leader, our source of inspiration for this day. And we are grateful for all of those who are in service with us. And so I say, thank you, God. Thank you for this day, 9/11. Thank you for this day. And I release my word into the immutable law. It is always responding to the energy, the spoken word that I give to it. And it responds, and it always says yes. And so this prayer is complete, and we say together as we anchor it in consciousness, and so it is. Thank you.
With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. As I open and allow, I know right here and now, I create a world where wonders never cease. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. The world runs fast, the spirit's slow to where we think we need to go. When we move into passing gear, the song of love is hard to hear, till everything's so loud that we're alone with what we're missing. Listen, listen. Somewhere beneath this sea of noise, we hear the angel's whispered voice. The song is there, the words are clear. All we need is still right there. Listen. Listen. The harmony of wings in flight, the rising of the wind at night, the breaking of the ocean waves will call the heart that's half awake. The sound of every breath we take will free a soul from prison. Listen, listen. listen. Somewhere beneath the sea of noise, we hear the angel's whispered voice. The song is there, the words are clear, and all we need to do is still right there. Listen, for all we're worth, the door to heaven's here on earth. The shout for joy, the softest prayer, the sound of love is in the air. Listen.
I invite us to take a breath, to move into a moment of reflection and remembrance, listening to the inner ear, to the heart of our soul, bringing our conscious awareness and attention to the anniversary of 9/11. Perhaps at some point during the morning or the day you've thought of where you were 21 years ago. And all that has unfolded since that time. Today is an act of remembrance to not only solemnly and reverently give thanks for the first responders, for the tremendous effort that was made, to mourn those that were lost, but to continue in the act of remembrance by listening to the eternal gift. What is mine to do? To hear once again that which was so presently clear in the days and the weeks after this tragedy, the ways in which the world came together, the ways in which a sense of unity permeated and transcended borders, religions, nationalities. A sense of unity rose out of the ashes. And yet we find ourselves in territory today that is more divided politically and ideologically than it's ever been. So we would do well to listen, to heed the call of unity, of connection, of remembering. And out of this deep listening, we give thanks. Thanks for the opportunity to have the ears to hear, to have the eyes to see, and to have the courage to step in to that which is ours to do this day. To walk with reverence, connection, and dedication to bringing more peace and unity into the world. For this and so much more, we simply give thanks and allow it to be. And so it is. Thank you, Benel. Penelope, for that beautiful dedication moment. Let's thank our music ministry. So good morning again as we begin today to speak to creating a life that matters today. We've already had so much that has fed into that theme and that idea. There's a book, when people ask me, I'm new to New Thought and I want to read some, you keep quoting this guy called Ernest Holmes, what should I read? And we even had this happen a while back here. Somebody grabbed the Science of Mind text, which is a thick book in many ways, and from our lending library. Did you know we had a lending library? Right behind this wall here in that little cubby. You can take anything you see there and enjoy it and then bring it back. And so somebody was walking out with the Science of Mind text. And they happened to stop and I think talk to Rev Jean, and they said, well, I'm just so inspired by what the Rev said, and I want to find that quote and read. And she said, hold on a second. She said, is this your first Ernest Holmes? And she said, yes. And she said, give me that back. Let me start you with something a little lighter. The Science of Mind can be a little dense in the way that it's put together, because it was a culmination of work, kind of his magnus opus, if you will, of his writing career, and constituted in 1938 after being first published in 1927. So we like to start people, some of his smaller works, in particular this thing called You and this thing called Life, which is now republished as The Art of Life. Those are both very accessible texts. And in The Art of Life, he says this. He says, what is the secret longing of your heart? If you saw an advertisement which read, you can learn how to be well, happy, and successful. You can learn how to influence people, how to create your own destiny. Would this have a greater attraction to you than an advertisement which read, you can learn how to help others? Or would you even be more intrigued by this advertisement? Do you wish to become one of the models of human destiny, or molders of human destiny? Any one of these positions would be attractive. For we all have the desire to be well, to be happy, to be prosperous. We wish to make friends, to be respected and admired by others. And even right-minded persons wish to contribute something towards the betterment of humankind. And so these, he wrote that in the 1920s, right? Over 100 years ago. And this idea is still with us, this idea that how it still draws people to places like this. It still draws them to listen and to watch online. And I just met a friend here this morning who's been listening to us on Apple Podcasts and just moved here from Austin, Texas to Atlanta. It's now part of our community, right? That has been for a long time. And so this constant draw to what is mine to do? What is ours to do? How can I contribute to a life that makes the world a better place? How can I make my own life work? Right? How can I be successful and attract the friends and relationships and the things that I want? It stays with us because it's in the eternal pull of divine expression. And here's the thing, as we explore this, so often the secular world explores this in kind of a backwards way. Right? We often talk about, well, what's the meaning of life, and how can I draw the most good to myself, and all of these things. But today I want to break that down a little bit and kind of reverse the trajectory of how we approach the conversation, because how you approach something makes a difference in the result that you get. Did you know that? Right? So Ernest Holmes, oops, I am going the wrong way. There we go. So let's talk about it this way. Existence is dead weight. You have to carry it. But life is buoyant. It carries you. Right? We all exist. But literally, the scientific definition of existence is that something takes space. Right? How many people here take space? Right? You take space. You occupy the seat that you're in. Right? Nobody else can occupy the same space at the same time. Right? So the scientific definition for existence is taking up space. But we speak of even the thoughts in our heads take up space. Ever feel so crowded in your mind? Like, I just got too many things going on, so just taking up space. Right? They exist in you, and they have a weightness sometimes that you need to find. Say, I need to find space to think more clearly. I need to make space to make room, right? Like we're cleaning out a drawer in our head. But existence is also conditional, right? Your existence requires things like clean water, right? Like food and safety and certain environmental conditions in order to fully blossom into ourselves and to be healthy in every way, in spirit, mind, and body, right? But existence without life is burdensome and heavy. And too often we occupy ourselves with the question, what is the purpose of life? But that's the wrong question. We should be asking, what's the purpose of existence? And when we ask ourselves, well, what's the purpose of existence? The answer becomes more clear. The purpose of existence is life. You see that? It's not a mystery. It's not a riddle that we have to, like, oh, what's the purpose of life? I just don't know what the purpose of my life is. The purpose. No, the purpose of your existence is life. To express, to give, to share, to shine, to be your authentic self. You exist. Your physical manifestation, your incarnation, is the demonstration of the miracle of Spirit's expression on earth. You're a walking, living miracle. It took a lot of work for you to get here. Come on, somebody. It took a lot of work. Right? We're talking about before you got here, right? The wind had to blow just right, as my friend, Amy Steinberg says, the wind had to blow just right to blow your mother's hair just right to catch your daddy's eye, to, the twinkle, the stars had to be just right that night. That took a lot of work, right? A lot of things had to come together in a particular way, right? To bring you into this existence. Matter exists, physical matter exists, so that it can be the vehicle that animates life, that gives expression. So it is with ourselves. And the life is what we infuse that existence with. It's the purpose, it's the passion, it's the energy. Right? Ernest Holmes goes on in that same book to say, there's a universal wholeness seeking to express through everything. We are calling it simply life. The religionist calls it God. The philosopher calls it reality. Life is an infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It's the invisible essence and substance of every visible form. It is nature, it is goodness, truth, wisdom, and beauty, as well as energy and imagination. Our highest satisfaction comes from this conscious union with this invisible source of all life. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to this first principle, to find such an inward wholeness that all sense of fear and doubt and uncertainty vanish in its presence. Hear that again. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to this first principle, to find such an inward wholeness that all sense of fear, doubt, and uncertainty vanish. Can you feel the essence in your soul that says yes to that? Every endeavor that you have is an endeavor to find that connection, to find that wholeness, to find that purpose. The challenge, Ernest Holmes says, is our difficulty is that we've been trying to unite that which was never divided. Trying to unite that which was never divided. We're trying to unite this purpose of our soul with the material reality of our existence. Oh, I've got this existence. I have to make things work. I have to make sure that I've got enough income to pay the bills. I've got to perform in this way and show up in that way. I've got to do this. But yet, even if I do all of those things well, there's something in my soul calling me. There's something drawing me forward. There's something that wants more. There's something that wants an energy and an essence and a vitality of contribution to the world and something that fills me with life and purpose. Psalm says our challenge is that we've thought those two things are separate things, trying to unite that which was never divided. Your existence is made manifest so that you can bring life to it, so that you can express life through it. I think it's in the second or third chapter of this book. He uses a great metaphor that I just love. He says this. He says, we can imagine a fish. Everybody imagine a fish? Imagine a fish being told that it is surrounded by water, but not quite realizing what this means. We can imagine that such a fish would be swimming north and south and east and west in search of water. We think of this fish as a person. We can even imagine them looking into the books of fish lore, studying psychology and philosophy and endeavoring to discover just what this water of life is and how to approach it. Perhaps even if we go further, he says, some old wise fish may come along and say, it has been passed down through the tradition that in the ancient times our ancestors knew about this wonderful ocean of life, and that they prophesied of a day when we shall live in the waters of life happily ever after again. And we can imagine all the other fish getting together. I love this, rolling their eyes, wiggling their tails, looking wise at this mysterious being and chanting, oh, water, water, water of life, we beseech you. We beseech you to reveal yourself to us. We beseech you to flow through, in, and around us. We beseech you, even as you did in the days of our ancestors, to reveal yourself. He says, as a matter of fact, we are in the waters of life, just as the fish is in the ocean. The spirit of life is in and around us. It flows through us. It permeates everything. The essence of all form flows through every condition, and yet we are still looking for it elsewhere. We are looking for it unwittingly, looking at it and failing to recognize. But today, this minute, your mind is an outlet through which the invisible intelligence of this energy operates. It operates creatively through you at every moment, whether you know it or not. Today, it is creating and recreating every cell of your body. It is molding and remolding every situation and condition. And so we are to pause for a moment and realize that which we're seeking is already here. That creating a life that matters simply means waking up to the existence of our being. That we are here to give life. We are here to express life. We're here to answer the call. We're here to step up into our greatest yet to be. Not to get anything, not to acquire more stuff, not to achieve to please others, not to win a particular rat race of capitalism and achievement and the American dream, but to be available to the essence of life that wants to happen through you, as you. It's about being in a position to give your gifts, and everybody is in position to give gifts. Everybody's in a position to shine light. Everybody's in a position. Why? Because it is the essence of your existence. It's why you are here. You don't need to qualify. You don't need to earn. You don't need to have a particular stamp on your letterhead. You don't need to have certain letters after your name. Your existence is manifestation enough and demonstration enough that says, this is an outlet of my divine being. The universe is saying this. Touch yourself and say this. This is evidence enough. It's evidence of enough that the universe is saying, this is where I want my love, my joy, my creativity, my beauty, my harmony, my infinite capacity for compassion and creating a world that works for everyone to express itself, to grow, to show, to demonstrate, and to reveal. You see, when you get yourself acquainted with that notion, with that energy, that essence, then everything else takes care of itself. Everything else begins to flow from that space. And so the first thing that we have to do is to give up. Right? Creating a life that matters requires surrendering to something greater than your limited thinking. Right? You say, well, now wait a second. How do you know I have limited thinking? Because you think. We all think in limited ways. We all have a ceiling at which we might be doing our meditation practice, our spiritual work, and we might be saying, this is what I want, and I've achieved goals, and look, I've been successful in the corporate world, and I've got a family, or I've got this, or whatever. But even so, there is a limit if you truly listen to that which is wrapped up in all of that sense of achievement and acquisition. It is limited by something. And let me show you how. I did this demonstration a while back, or was in a workshop where somebody did this, and I thought, whoa, I just met a limit right there. Somebody said, think of if you wave a magic wand and say, what is this was a prosperity workshop I was participating in, and the person said, Now, think of the salary that you would like to earn that would feel really good. Right? All your needs would be met, and you'd have enough to share, and you'd just be comfortable. You'd just be able to do the things that you want to do. And it doesn't matter what the number is. For you, for each one of us, that might be a different number. But imagine what that number is. Go ahead and just imagine that for a moment. Everybody got it? Say, got it? Now, multiply it times 5. Oh, somebody said, right? Right? Oh! Oh, Lord Jesus. Hang on just a second, right? And if you had a reaction like that, if you felt that number, you went, whoa, hang on, what? Right? There's a limit. And what is that sourced from? It's sourced from limited thinking. It's sourced from not enoughness, unworthiness, whatever it might be. And that's where your work is in prosperity. Today wasn't supposed to be a prosperity class, but there you go. You can have that for free today. Right? That's where you go to work on whatever it is that comes up for you about that larger number. Ooh, I don't know if I feel, right? Then that's where the work is. It doesn't matter what the number is, right? So the first thing in creating a life that matters is to give up any sense of limited thinking. It's to surrender. And I've often talked about how difficult this is because surrendering as the first step into a greater life is difficult because people come in the door of new thought. They come in through the first kingdom of victim consciousness that the world is happening to them, and they learn about this affirmative power. They learn about the power of their word and affirmation, meditation, setting their mindset, and having things happen as a result of that. And so there's a great empowerment that takes place. I'm co-creating my life. I'm creating the conditions that I want. I'm manifesting my good. I'm getting the 4 or 5 P's, the parking places, princes, princesses, and palaces, and getting all that stuff going, right? I'm working it. And now you're telling me I got to surrender. Yes, got to surrender. This idea that something bigger wants to happen through you. Right? There may be some resistance that rises up. Whoops. I had some other slides in there. I don't know what happened. I guess I added them this morning. They didn't get saved. All right, I'll give it to you straight right here. There may be some resistance that comes up. When that resistance comes up, invite yourself to say, what is that about? I remember when I first kind of just surrendering into a life of service and just available. People were asking me to come, to speak, to do this, to do that. And I still didn't have myself worked out yet. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what life looked like. And, I was working on my own achievement of goals and dreams. And suddenly this bigger thing was calling me. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. And I realized that there was this surrender that had to take place. And I invite you to think about the resistance that comes up. And then invite yourself to say, what is it about that resistance? What is the belief that makes you think that if you truly surrender to a life that matters, into servitude, into contributing in a greater way, what is it about that makes you think or imagine that somehow your needs won't be met? What kind of God is that? Right? I like to say, what kind of God thinks that serving the world doesn't means that your laundry doesn't get done? Right? See, there is a thought of sacrifice. That, if I do that, then something's got to fall off, right? I just won't be able to get, I'm just using that as a metaphor, but in our house, not always a metaphor. I'm so convinced that there's so much laundry coming through this house, I'm convinced that there are people living here that I haven't met yet. But, right. Whose is this? Right? But surrender that idea that it's going to cost you to sacrifice anything, because if God is all there is, if there's one infinite source in, through, and as all things, then what is it about your belief and your connection and your conviction about that God that says that you got to give something up in order to be of service to a greater humanity? No, it's just the opposite. Give yourself away. Give yourself up to that greater life and watch how all of your needs are met. Watch how everything gets taken care of. Watch how there's enough time, there's enough energy, there's enough motivation, there's enough physical vitality, there's enough money, there's enough everything, because you are a vessel. You've given up the idea of trying to carve out an existence, and you've started living a life. Stop trying to carve out an existence and start living a life. Or as Howard Thurman said it, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and go and do that, because the world needs people who have come alive. what makes you come alive. It isn't about surrendering anything that you're currently doing or giving up a particular job or vocation. It's about, because when you ask yourself, what makes me come alive? What is the life, as Parker Palmer would say it, stop asking yourself what the life that you want and ask yourself, what is the life that wants you? What is the life that wants to move through you? Let your life speak in that way. So there's a life of wholeness that wants to move through me. And what you notice is that voice of spirit isn't answering you in particularities of acquisition. It's not answering you in the ways of saying, well, I want you to get this degree. I want you to get this much square footage. I want you to reach this much salary. I want you to... Spirit's not... If those are the answers, and there's nothing wrong with any of those, achieving any of those goals, but that's not spirit. That's ego, that's the world of conditioning, that's the world of capitalism, that's all kinds of stuff going on that's speaking to you there. And there's nothing wrong with having desires of those things. But when spirit speaks to you, it says, I want you to be available. I want more love. I want more generosity. I want more wholeness. I want more peace. I want more compassion. It's going to speak to you in spiritual values because that's its language. Then all of those other things, the things of acquisition, the things of form, because form comes last. Spirit is first. Form follows the Spirit. And so all of those things of form will come unto you. All things will be added unto you because you're following the Spirit. How do I know if it's the voice of Spirit? One, because it's asking you to stretch. Oh, I don't know if I can get big enough, available enough. I don't know if I have the consciousness to say yes to this. That's when you know you're on track. Because Spirit's saying, I'm going to need you to stretch a little bit. I'm going to need you to expand your mind. I'm going to need you. I come up against this all the time. And it's like, you know what? I might need to get a mentor. I might need to read another book. I might need to do this or do that. I might need to do some things so that I can be available enough and feel confident in this yes that I'm going to say. But I don't wait to do those things. I just say yes and then commit to doing what shows up. You following what I'm saying? So we let our life speak. And then we allow ourselves to follow the Spirit of that. There's Jesus the Christ, the Master Teacher, says, I've come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Abundantly. To have what? Not more existence more abundantly. Not more just beingness, but life, vitality, purpose. That you do right where you are. That's why Dr. King said, let the street sweeper sweep the streets with joy and with energy, make it the cleanest streets it could be, right? Let the individual who's doing all the tasks still have to get done, right? The laundry still has to get done. The streets have to get clean. The things have to be delivered. The energy of the world still has to move, but it can move with the vitality and the energy of life. And then out of that place, something shows up that says, this is what is mine to do. That's why the opportunity for the Waterford Jackson showed up in the way that it did. When it wasn't because we set out and said, well, we're going to do this because we come from an ego place, then there's so much justice work, which is why New Thought has avoided it for so many years, is because we understand the consciousness of separation. Right? We understand that if we come in from a savior complex, I'm going to come in and fix this. Right? You see that consciousness is actually separated and it's rooted in separation. There's me, and then there's them. There's the have and the have-nots. And so even if there's good work coming out of that, it's actually contributing to a consciousness of us and them, which ultimately in the realm of consciousness doesn't do any real good. Right? It might need a physical need at the level of existence, but it doesn't do any lasting good to change the condition. You got to come from a consciousness of unity, a consciousness of oneness, a consciousness of internal transformation. I am because we are. We are because I am. There is no separation between myself and those places in the world which suffer. So therefore, I say, what is mine to do? How can I contribute? Not just at the level of existence, but at the level of creation and cause. And that changes everything. Suddenly, you become a vessel for greater good. Suddenly, there's a good that wants to flow through you, an expression that wants to happen through you. Dr. King says, yes, if you want to, if they want to say that I was a drum major, that I was a drum major for justice, to say that I was a drum major for peace, in this beautiful, kind of gave his own eulogy in that last sermon that he gave, the mountaintop address, and he said, have him not mention that I won the Nobel Peace Prize, have him not mention that I've got this much money in the bank, or have him not mention all of these things, but let him say that I tried to help somebody, that I did what was mine to do, right? That I contributed to that greater good. This is how we create a life that matters. We first surrender the idea of our limited thinking. And then we say yes to something bigger. What qualities, what energy and essence of spirit wants to flow through me? How can I say yes to this right where I am right now without changing my career or changing anything in the physical realm? All the things of the physical realm, don't get trapped there. All the things of the physical realm will take care of themselves. Stay with spirit. What does spirit want to have its way with me? What does that look like? Now, what do I need to do to show up to that? More often than not, the answer will be to surrender something in consciousness. To surrender the idea of limited thinking, to surrender the idea that you don't have enough, or that you're not educated enough, or that you're not in the right place or position. Spirit will take care of all of those things. Spirit will put you in position to know the right people at the right time, to bring the right gifts to the table. All you got to do is say yes. How can I contribute to a life that matters? Suddenly, you find yourself in the vibration of creating greater good. Suddenly, I don't know if you saw that graphic. I don't know how many churches are on that graphic for the Waterford Jackson, and there's more coming. Right? They just came. They just came. They just came. Communities that we haven't talked to. Communities that in typical situations and circumstances, there might be reasons at the level of existence to say we actually don't even have any reason for being in relationship with each other. But we're working on the same things together. Right? We pray differently. We talk to God differently. We worship differently. None of that matters because we're contributing to a life that works for everyone. Because we understand that all of life is God. We understand that there's a call for justice in the world. We understand that we are connected to that call, and there is something for us to contribute to it. Let all of the things of existence fall away in terms of difference and division, in ways that we separate ourselves from each other, and let nothing but the unity and love of God pour through. That's how you create a life that matters. Are you with me? Take a breath. Let's pray together. I invite you into the awareness that there's something happening through and as you right now. I invite you into the awareness that you are here on purpose today. That this community, the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, is on purpose and is here for a reason. Its existence, it's taking up space in the physical world. It's taking up space in the broadband internet. It's taking up space in our lives, is so that it might be an expression of spirit, that it might be an expression of life, that it might be a portal through which more good, more love, more justice, more harmony, more wholeness is revealed. And so it is with you. Your existence is demonstration enough that Spirit has an intention for love and beauty and harmony and wholeness, well-being to flow through you, to touch the people that you can touch, to reach the people that you can reach, to be a presence right where you are. You don't have to achieve and try to be something that you're not, just right where you are. I've got a gift to give. I've got a light to shine. I've got a contribution to make. Why? Because I'm a vessel of the divine Spirit. I'm a place that is in existence so that God, Spirit, the infinite intelligence of the universe, might reveal itself as me. Only you can give the gifts that you have. Only you can give the contributions, the talent, the treasure, the time, the energy. Only you can contribute what is yours to give because you are here to do exactly that. Put yourself in a posture of listening, feeling and sensing. From that place, all will be revealed. All will unfold in a way that blows your mind. All will be revealed in a way that shatters your expectations, causes you to stretch and grow, and brings you and all around you to new heights and new awarenesses. This is the divine truth that I know, that exists for you and for me and for Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, for all of our strategic partners in global outreach, for everything that is happening through this place. God is speaking. And for this, I'm truly grateful and thankful. Let's anchor ourselves in our affirmation again. Take a breath. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. The work of my soul, that which I'm here to do, is to create a life that matters. Right? But also the work of my soul is creating all by itself. It just is. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. Together with one voice. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. And so it is, and so we let it be. Ashe, amen, aho. Yes. Thank you. Peace and blessings.
Good stuff. It's all about love. Can you say that with me? It's all about love. I see you. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light, bringing the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's all about love. It's about love. It's about laughter. It's about comfort and smiles. It's about love. It's about kindness. It's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Open your hearts, swing wide the doors to let in the light, bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light, bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Yeah. Don't you love that song? It's about love, man. It is about love. So good to see everybody today.
All right. How do you feel? I know I feel so good. I have heard marvelous singing. I got a message that has given me so much nourishment. In fact, I think I'm going to have to go home and listen to that one again. There was a lot in there. And I am so appreciative of this center and all the people that serve this center. So as we prepare to close, I want to acknowledge our first-time visitors. Do we have any people in the house who are here for the first time today? If so, please stand. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Our ushers are handing you a gift, and this is just for you. So we invite you to please join an ambassador in the foyer before you leave the service today. We thank you for choosing this place, the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, as your worship place for today. And as we enter our time of grateful giving, we want to thank each of you who faithfully give to SLCA. And it is because of your contributions that we can continue to spread our message of oneness. So if you were inspired by the message that you heard today, please consider becoming a recurring pledger, or just give what is on your heart to give today. You can conveniently text your gifts. The number is on the screen, 404-800-9467. You may also give using a credit card on our website, or you can use a digital program with the QR code displayed on the screen. If you wish to give by cash, our ushers will be coming through the aisle shortly to receive your contribution. For those of you who are recurring pledgers, if you have your pledge card, hold it next to your heart, and please join me as we say together our grateful giving affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you so much.
Connect, grow, serve, and give, living life where you belong. Connect, grow, serve, and give, loving everyone. You belong. You belong.
Hello, all you beautiful bottles of water. My name is Mally Lapie, and I gladly serve on the creative arts team here at SLCA. I'm excited to tell you about opportunities to connect, grow, serve, and give at our center. For more information about today's announcements, take a moment to scan the QR code found either on the back of the seat in front of you or the one displayed on your monitor. You may also visit our information wall out in the lobby after service. We'd like to thank our loyal pledgers and each of you that give to SLCA. All of you that just gave, thank you. Remember, as always, to check our weekly email newsletter on Monday for all the ways to connect with SLCA during the week. If you're not currently receiving the newsletter and would like to, please speak with one of us following the service. Our final Living the Science of Mind gathering will take place via Zoom this Wednesday, September 14th at 7 p.m. and will be hosted by Baji Daniels. Right here. And if I could interject a nice round of applause for Susan Zoller, who has done the living class. Join in for a wonderful conversation about our teaching and how we can apply it to our daily living. We are excited to bring you a love offering workshop on September 18th, right after service. This workshop, entitled New Thought is Evolving, You Should Too, will be presented by Reverend Dr. David Alexander and will challenge you and I to explore a new framework for understanding our own place in the journey from personal wellness to social justice. and a world that works for everyone. Sign up today to attend either in person or via Zoom. Are you ready to take a deeper dive? Sign up now for Reverend Dr. David Alexander's newly revamped class, You Belong. This 8-week course is being offered both in person and on Zoom. This class is based on the book You Belong, A Call for Connection by Sabine Selassie. Register now to reserve your space. We need your help. SLCA will have a booth this year at Atlanta Pride, and we would love for you to serve with us, letting our LGBTQIA+ community in Atlanta know that they belong at SLCA. We'll also have one final bake sale to raise money for Pride. Connect our center or see Dale Williams after service to find out how you can serve. If you're a baker, we need you. Step up. Will our practitioners please make yourself known in person and in the online chat at this time to be recognized? Thank you. We welcome each of you in need of prayer to remain in the room or reach out to a practitioner online for one-on-one prayer with a licensed practitioner. In-person practitioners will be available on either side of the sanctuary after the service. Thank you for joining us this morning. May your week be filled with love, peace, and happiness. You belong.
Thank you, Melody P. Let's all sing our closing song, shall we? And have a wonderful weekend. We've got a lot of hospitality. I smell that good food, so don't go away. Enjoy some food with us. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone.